we didn't get what we wanted. And, when they change the rules, it's hard to win. It's just unfortunate the American people didn't get a voice. I'm releasing everybody. I still got a hold on, I think, 11 four-star generals. Everybody else is completely released from me.
Finally, lifting his unnecessary and harmful holds on our nation's military officials, I'm happy that we can finally move forward and give these men and women the promotions they deserve.
So Senator Tommy Tuberville joins us now. Senator, you were in the eye of the storm for hundreds of days. Your goal was, can you explain to everyone, and what stopped you from achieving it?
Well, I never dreamed, Brian, it would go for almost a year. And we were holding up people that needed to be promoted. I'm a military brat, so there's nobody likes the military more than me and understands the need for it. I never dreamed when I put the hold on of a overreach of Joe Biden and changing the policy and taxpayers having to pay for something to do with abortion. I never dreamed that they would never negotiate. And these people are evil. I mean, they care nothing about the military. They could have solved this in an hour's meeting of sitting down and let's work out some details. But they wouldn't even meet. And so that was my first thing that I tried to do was negotiate for almost a year. But my whole end game was I knew I could get it passed through the NDAA, which is the military budget, which will be voted on next week. Problem is, we've always had an opportunity to sit down as a Senate and the House and Armed Services Committee, which I'm on, and vote for different subjects. I had Democrat votes that were going to vote for me to leave the old policy in. Schumer found that out, and he says, no, we're not going to vote on it. I'm going to change the rules here, and I'm going to make decisions what's in our budget for the year. I mean, you can't beat these people. And so after that, I even had Republicans that were against me, they were going to vote to go around me and change the rules of the Senate of 200 years. And I said, we're not doing that. I'll fight it another day. And so I released them, and they got what they wanted. The Democrats, they got taxpayer-funded abortion in the military and executive overreach, but we will continue to fight.
So do you regret it?
Oh, no. It actually brought out a lot of people that I would never trust again. I mean, you're supposed to stand for something and you don't. But I tell you what, I had some Democrats that were on my side the entire time. It's just when you got a referee that changes the rule in midstream, you can't do it. But why would you not sit down, Brian, when you've got all these people for promotion? Why would you not sit down, Coach? Let's work this out. Let's, at least try to work it out. They never intended to. They don't care anything about the unborn. We know that, the Democrats. They don't care anything about the military, to be honest with you. They're destroying every day with the more wokeness that they're putting into it. You wouldn't believe the things that we see on Armed Services Committee. It's a disaster waiting to happen. But that being said, that's the reason elections have consequences. We've got to get a Republican back into the White House. If we don't, we're going to lose our country. We might lose it anyway because we're so far gone at the border and with our foreign policy and our debt, our $33 trillion in debt going on 34.
Senator Tuberville, and one thing, too, is you guys got to get the Senate back. And that means Montana. That means West Virginia. That means possible Pennsylvania will be tough and possible Michigan. Also, the Senate seat in Arizona very much up for grabs. How involved are you with this?
Yeah, and I do agree with you. And we got some great opportunities, Brian. We're going to do a lot of campaigning, a lot of fundraising. But I'm like you. You love the country. I love the country. I'm not a politician. I've been up here 3 years, Brian. But the one thing I have noticed is, you can run the Senate and you can control the House. If you don't have that White House, you can't win. And we have got to win the White House. And I know they're after President Trump. I'm a Trump guy. He's the only guy I think can get us back on track because he doesn't care. I mean, he's going to do what's right for the country. He's not doing it for lobbyists or whatever. We can't have a career politician. We got to get somebody that's going to stand up for the taxpayer for once. Once in the last 3 years, I would have loved to see somebody stand up for the taxpayer. That has not happened like President Trump did for 4 years. And they hated it, and they ran him out, and they got what they want. and now's the time to get it back. Because if we don't, I'd hate to see what's going to happen to our country.
Now it's front and center. You got 400 promotions that are going to take place. Everything moves forward. But now it's front and center. It's going to be this package of $100 billion to Israel, Taiwan, Ukraine. And you guys have said, I got to get border in this. Here's the president yesterday, cut 32.
Republicans have to decide if they want a political issue or if they want a solution at the border. Do they really want a solution? It cannot be sustained as it is now. We need a real solution.
Does he really doubt that you guys want a solution at the border? I mean, I keep hearing you want a political issue. I don't know anybody seeing Bill Maloogian or Griff Jenkins who feels good about anything political coming out of the border. So what do you plan on doing, Senator Tuberville?
Well, finally, we got most of the Republicans on board and saying nothing, no money goes out of this country. We don't care where it goes until we fix the border. And the problem is everybody says, well, we build a fence for $8 billion. No. You've got to have policies and you have to have laws. The problem is this administration is lawless, Brian. We can put in all the laws in the world. They're not going to go by them. We have laws down there right now that the Border Patrol, we talk to them weekly. They say, just let us go by the law. And the Biden administration and Mayorkas, who should be run out of this country, will not let them do that. They have an agenda in mind. Brian, we had 4,000 Chinese men, 15 to 35 years old, in the last couple of weeks have come across that border. Now, why do you think that's happened, and how in the hell did they get out of China to come over here? We are in trouble, and even Christopher May, whatever his name is for the FBI, is even saying he's on the Democrats' team. He's even saying we're in trouble. And so it is. I
heard you guys had a very scary briefing yesterday, counterterror briefing. Ray was direct, and there was another briefing yesterday, and there's a 5-alarm fire coming our way for the holidays. They multiple terror groups here.
Oh, they're everywhere, Brian.
Right.
We've let in over 10 million people, and we don't know who they are. And these people don't care. That's what amazes me. They do not care what happens. And you've got senators that are Democrats from Arizona and California. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking? Y'all just like power? You like to have a senator in front of your name? How about being an American for once? I mean, this makes you sick at your stomach.
Understood. So, Senator, we'll see what happens. Do you think they'll get some type of settlement on the border, something you guys will find acceptable before Christmas?
No, it's not going to happen because they're bound and determined to keep funneling money through Ukraine back into whoever's pockets because, that's a disaster. We need to help Ukraine, but my God, folks, that money's not going to fight a war. It's going in people's pockets and going in to pay for the government of Ukraine. I mean, all we're doing is pumping them up, and I want to win that. I want to beat Russia back.
Gotcha. Senator, thanks so much. Senator Tommy Tuberville in the eye of the storm. Thanks so much for helping us out. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.